Professional athletes are frequently very handsomely compensated. Forbes, a global media company, published its annual list of the highest-paid athletes earlier this year. While there are undoubtedly some surprises, one thing is undeniable: the professional sports industry is incredibly profitable. This data comes from taking account of on-the-field and off-the-field activity. Watch this video to see the 10 highest-paid athletes in the world. Quickly, let's see how Forbes comes up with this list. When calculating a player's net worth, Forbes factors both on-field success and off-field income. For instance, the legendary Argentine soccer player Lionel Messi has a lifetime contract with Adidas, and the LA Lakers' LeBron James is a cultural icon who is following in the footsteps of his fellow basketball player Michael Jordan in the upcoming Space Jam movie and has made numerous investments in the sports and entertainment industries. The amounts made on and off the field vary depending on the athlete. For example, Dak Prescott, the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, makes 90% of his money from his NFL contract. All earnings in this video are calculated in US dollars. According to Forbes, these are the world's highest-paid athletes at the moment. Number 10 on this list is Giannis Antetokounmpo with $80.9 million. According to Forbes, he makes $39.9 million on-field and $41 million off-field. Giannis Antetokounmpo is the only player in this year's top 10 still in his 20s, with Neymar turning 30 in February. This makes him the youngest player on the list. The two-time MVP of the Milwaukee Bucks signed a 5-year, $228 million contract in December 2020, which is currently the richest contract in the NBA in terms of overall value. In addition to signing a licensing agreement with NFT platform NFT Star and adding WhatsApp and Google's Pixel 6 phone to his roster of endorsements, he was one of the investors in the $165 million investment round for timepiece reselling platform Watchbox that was revealed in November 2021. Number 9 on the list is Tom Brady with $83.9 million. According to Forbes, he makes $31.9 million on-field and $52 million off-field. The GOAT of the NFL was also its top earner this year, largely because of the astute decisions the 43-year-old quarterback has taken to be ready for his impending retirement. After a great 2021 season at age 43, Tom Brady's retirement this offseason lasted less than 6 weeks, which was good news for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Off the field, he's undoubtedly picking up some new skills. Brady co-founded Religion of Sports, a production company, with Pro Football Hall of Famer Michael Strahan and director Gautam Chopra last year. The Religion of Sports recently announced a content deal with Skydance Sports. Brady also co-founded Autograph, an NFT platform that raised $170 million in a Series B funding round announced in January. The next road trip film, 80 for Brady, is being produced by his second company, 199 Productions, and he also has a new apparel line brilliantly titled Brady. Number 8 on the list is Canelo Alvarez with $90 million. According to Forbes, he makes $85 million on-field and $5 million off-field. Canelo continues to earn by far the biggest salary of any professional boxer today, with earnings of at least $40 million from his 2 pay-per-view victories in May and November last year. Canelo Alvarez is boxing's top draw. His defeat to light heavyweight champion Dmitry Bivol on May 7, 2022 happened outside Forbes' tracking window for this list. Alvarez has a successful business relationship with Hennessy outside of the ring and hopes to open a taco restaurant in California and operate one in his native Mexico. In addition to planning a series of fights in Mexico with Matchroom Boxing and DAZN, Alvarez announced last year that he would be opening a chain of gas stations. Number 7 on the list is Roger Federer with $90.7 million. According to Forbes, he makes $0.7 million on-field and $90 million off-field. Due to injury woes, Roger could only compete in a few tournaments in 2020 and 2021. The former number 1 player promoted companies like Uniqlo and Rolex. In 2019, he also invested in the rising Swiss shoe manufacturer On, which raised more than $600 million when it went public in September. Federer told Forbes at the time that they worked very closely together on product creation after he spent 20 days in the lab with the On team, creating the company's pro tennis shoe. Roger Federer announced his retirement in September. Number 6 on the list is Kevin Durant with $92.1 million. According to Forbes, he makes $42.1 million on-field and $50 million off-field. Free-scoring Brooklyn net Kevin Durant has consistently ranked high on these lists and commands enormous contracts wherever he goes. Along with having one of the largest investment portfolios of any NBA player, he also happens to be Nike's second highest paid NBA player. In addition to his media firm expanding with Boardroom, Durant has sponsorship agreements with Nike, NBA 2K, Coinbase, Dapper Labs, Call of Duty, Weedmaps, and FanDuel. Showtime and Apple TV Plus have TV and projects. Other investments in sports-related companies including Athletes Unlimited, Gotham FC, League One Volleyball, the Philadelphia Union, and the Premier Lacrosse League, the 35V venture capital arm of the 4-time scoring champion, have made over 75 total investments. Number 5 on the list is Stephen Curry with $92.8 million. million. According to Forbes, he makes $45.8 million on field and $47 million off field. Steph Curry's triumphant return to the basketball court following a protracted string of ailments has been accompanied by a notable rise in the athlete earnings rankings. The Golden State Warrior, who earns more than $60 million a year thanks to the wealthiest contract in the NBA, also runs his own production company and is a major Under Armour endorser. Steph Curry expanded his knowledge of blockchain in December by producing a line of NFTs that featured his sneakers and were connected to 3 metaverse platforms. Number 4 on the list is Neymar with $95 million. According to Forbes, he makes $70 million on field and $25 million off field. Neymar is still making money even though his on-field career is still in an unusual flux. Like his teammate, who is ranked number 1, his deal with PSG is one of the largest in all soccer. He also significantly increased his income by switching from Nike to Puma as his sportswear sponsor. In addition to his lucrative off-field sponsorship deals with Puma and Red Bull, Neymar: The Perfect Chaos, a new Netflix docuseries, features him. He signed up with the NFT Star platform in November and spent almost $1 million on 2 Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs in a single day in January, so he is also getting involved in the NFT industry. Now, onto the first 3 topping the list of highest paid athletes. Number 3 is Cristiano Ronaldo with $115 million. According to Forbes, he makes $60 million on field and $55 million off field. One of the most well-known figures in football history, Cristiano Ronaldo has accomplished individual and team exploits that few other players have ever been able to. From an early age, he has benefited from illustrious stints with some of the top clubs in the world, like Juventus, Real Madrid, and Manchester United. At 36, he returned to the Red Devils for a second stint. In his career, Ronaldo has worked as a brand ambassador for several well-known companies, including Herbalife, Armani, Clear Shampoo, and Unilever, which together earn about $45 million annually. In addition to the many well-known brands he works with, his deal with the Nike sportswear company earns him an additional $20 million annually. Number 2 on the list is LeBron James with $121.2 million. According to Forbes, he makes $41.2 million on field and $80 million off field. King James continues to top the NBA earnings list as its most well-known player and marketable athlete, mostly due to his extracurricular activities. James' production firm Spring Hill, instrumental in creating the Space Jam sequel, is the main source of his off-court income. He sold a sizable minority in Spring Hill last year. He has sponsorship agreements with Nike and Crypto.com. James starred alongside a computer-generated version of his younger self in a Super Bowl commercial after establishing an endorsement arrangement with Crypto.com in January. Additionally, he most recently invested in Status Pro, a sports technology startup developing virtual reality training solutions, and Tonal, a home gym company. Finally, at the top of the list is Lionel Messi with $130 million. According to Forbes, he makes $75 million on field and $55 million off field. Conor McGregor has already dethroned the debatable GOAT from the top spot, but he has now restored his position as the highest paid athlete in the world. Messi's huge contract with French super club PSG, which pays him over $90 million annually, together with his lifetime partnership with Adidas and other endorsement deals with Budweiser, Pepsi, and a $20 million a year partnership with Socios, keep the money coming in. He also became Hard Rock International's first athlete brand ambassador in a deal announced last June. The sports industry is lucrative as athletes get to make money both on and off the field. The off-field activities include endorsement deals from brands and their many businesses. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.